Hello everyone, my name is Hanna Dóra Sturludóttir and with me is Snorri Sigfús Birgisson. We greet you all from Reykjavík, Iceland. It is our great honor to take part and perform the Icelandic and the Canadian anthems on this virtual program on Islendingadagurinn.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 131st Icelandic Festival of Manitoba, Islendingadagurinn. Godai og velkomin. When I pictured my first traditional program as president, this is not what I had imagined. Instead of delivering it on the stage at Gimli Park, I'm here at the White Rock Monument at Willow Island in Gimli. I chose to deliver my address at the place where it all truly began, where our ancestors first came ashore in 1875. It was a rock just like the one behind us that provided shelter from an October storm for one of the Icelandic women to safely give birth to the first Icelandic Canadian child in Western Canada. White Rock is an enduring symbol of the hardships and perseverance of the first Icelandic settlers to arrive in the area, and it is perseverance that has been the underlying theme for this year's festival. Islendingadagurinn is many things to many people, but at the heart of it, it's a celebration of Icelandic culture and heritage. This year, despite the COVID-19 pandemic affecting the ability to host in-person festival events, we will continue to celebrate and bring people together from across the street and around the world with a virtual online festival, Icelandic at Home, Heima er best, Home is best. The Icelandic Festival was provided with the unique opportunity to reach and involve people from around the world like we never have done before. We've received heartfelt messages from across the continent with people who are thrilled to attend the virtual festival this year. As one of our past presidents, Glenn Sigurdsson, wrote us, "It's a year to simplify, reflect, and recognize and honor our history." We've dusted off old photos, pulled out history books, and stripped the celebrations down to a series of videos and virtual events that we hope will connect people to the Icelandic community and culture in a meaningful way. I have attended every Icelandic festival in my lifetime, and it is truly the highlight of my summer to celebrate with my family and friends, and a great honor of my life to stand here as president. I began volunteering as a teenager, first helping with the parade, and later moving on to chair the marketing committee and join the board of directors. My immediate and very large extended family has been involved with the festival for generations, and I can't thank them enough for their continued support of Islendingadagurinn and of me. My dad has said that the one thing that you can give to others that they will value the most is your time. And the tremendous amount of time, effort, and energy that our volunteers put into the festival is what keeps it alive. I want to sincerely thank everyone that made the virtual festival possible, from our volunteers, board of directors, executive director Christine, summer staff Emily and Johanna, to our creative partners, sponsors, donators, and supporters. We are a small but mighty not-for-profit festival that relies fully on the support of volunteers and sponsors and donors to sustain us. Any donation that you can make towards the festival is needed and appreciated, especially now. You can do so online on our website by calling the office and on our Facebook donation post during the virtual festival. Our ties to Iceland remain as strong and deep as the ocean separating us, and despite the distance between us, we are closer than ever. Thank you especially to Ambassador Pétur Ásgeirsson for your dedication to the festival and the Icelandic community in Canada, and for all of your help and support this year. And while this year's Islendingadagurinn might not look the same, I can tell you that it will still feel the same. Because the true spirit of festival cannot be found exclusively in an amusement park ride, or a Viking battle, or fireworks over the harbor, but rather in all of those things and so much more. You can also find it in an Icelandic flag waving in the wind, in a piece of vínatarta, a shot of brennivin, or a hug from your amma. And if you can find this spirit, you can celebrate Islendingadagurinn on your deck, your boat, your home, or anywhere you choose. And I know that this festival will live on for years, if not only in your hearts, at least on YouTube. I cannot wait to see you all in person next year. Happy Islendingadagurinn.
Hello to all members and friends of the largest Icelandic Canadian community in our country. It is my pleasure to bring greetings and congratulations on this, the last day of the 131st Icelandic Festival of Manitoba. Every summer, Manitobans celebrate the creativity, resilience, and initiative of the Icelandic community. Those sentiments are unchanged this year, even if the COVID-19 pandemic has changed the way we had to celebrate. Just as the original Icelandic immigrants to Gimli didn't let winter storms stop them, the team behind this year's Icelandic Festival was brilliant in creating a virtual experience that captured the community's special spirit and energy. As longtime cottage owners in Gimli, my family and I look forward to attending the Icelandic Festival every summer. While we miss being able to gather with you in person, it did not stop us from enjoying this year's online festival. Who would have thought we would be enjoying a virtual parade, virtual Icelandic pavilion, virtual folk festival, and even a virtual kitchen? I only wish I could have downloaded some vínatarta. They say that every cloud has a silver lining. As we continue to practice social distancing to protect those we love, our silver lining is that technology allowed friends of Manitoba's Icelandic community from around the world to join in the fun. What a wonderful way to showcase this amazing community, which remains North America's center for Icelandic culture. At times like this, our traditions, our heritage, and the people we hold dear are even more special to us. We are grateful for the opportunity to have once again enjoyed this treasured summer event. Congratulations to the Board of Directors, staff, volunteers, and organizers who didn't let a pandemic stop them from keeping up a festival that dates back to 1890. As the Queen's representative in Manitoba, I wish you continued success and a safe and joyful summer.
Kæru Vestur Íslendingar, dear Canadians and Americans of Icelandic origin. On behalf of the people of Iceland, I send you all my warmest greetings on Islendingadagurinn. This event, now celebrated for the 131st time, symbolizes the strong bond between us. The bond that stretches from our small island in the North Atlantic to your great continent. The story of your ancestors is a story of determination and drive. The story of your amma and afi, langafi and langamma, and langamma and langafi. These Icelanders wanted to seek a new and better future. They encountered hardship, disappointment, and sometimes even failure. But they persevered. And here we are today, in a spirit of celebration and joy. The event is of course marred and marked by the pandemic that has so disrupted our daily lives. Our thoughts must be with those who have lost a loved one because of the virus. Let us hope that we will soon conquer this foe, so that we may again gather on pleasant occasions like Islendingadagurinn, travel freely, and visit each other as before. Kæru Vestur Íslendingar, dear Western Icelanders, as we say over here. We seek strength in knowing our past, acknowledging where we came from. We should value the positive aspects of patriotism, a love for one's country and society, its culture and heritage. In one of his best-known poems, Stefánsson, an Icelander who emigrated at a young age to North America almost 150 years ago, described how we can make ourselves a new home and a new life in a new world, but still carry with us memories of the land where we come from. Here's the opening verse, first in Icelandic, then in English. Þótt þú langförð legðir, sér hvert land undir fót, bera hugur og hjarta samt þíns heimalands mót. To the uttermost outlands of the earth you may roam, in the mind every moment are the memories of home. Yes, old and new can be entwined, the distant and the close. We need to understand the power of positive patriotism. It is our task to foster in our national identity a feeling of open-mindedness and inclusion. In today's Iceland, where more than 1/10 of the population has overseas origins, this is a vital necessity, a self-evident approach. Besides, history provides ample examples about the benefits to societies of such tolerance and altruism, as well as the danger of chauvinism, prejudice, and intolerance of any kind. So, dear friends, let us celebrate Islendingadagurinn and the positive aspects of nationalism and independence, the freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of love, the freedom to breathe, the freedom to seek inspiration from history, but also the duty to accept and learn from the more negative aspects of our past. Congratulations on Islendingadagurinn. Til hamingju með daginn.
It's an honor for me to say best wishes to you on the celebration, 131st celebration. In our family, we celebrate Iceland at home because I was blessed to have met Esther, a pure-blooded Icelander from the Interlake, and to have two beautiful children with her and to share in the culture of Iceland and its experiences here in Manitoba is in part what this festival is about. I would also say this year that as we face the challenges of COVID in this manner and in other ways, we are also reminded of the hardships of generations past I've read about the tribulations of the Icelandic people in the Inner Lake during the smallpox epidemic in early years following the initial migration, and we all know about the Spanish flu and the realities of its hardships imposed on many people. At that time, we couldn't share these experiences together, and we couldn't enjoy each other's company virtually, but we rose to the challenge in spite of those challenges, as we will do again now. As a consequence of these challenges, Manitoba has demonstrated, because of the strength of its people, the wonderful ability to rise, and to rise well, and face those challenges together. As our economy reemerges, as our society reemerges, we demonstrate the fortitude of our people. None stronger than the Icelandic people within our province. And so I say congratulations and best wishes for a happy and healthy celebration. And next year I look forward to seeing you in person.
It is a privilege and great honor to have been chosen to be your honorary Fjallkona in this year 2020. Throughout my life, I've never missed being involved with Islendingadagurinn, the weekend, to celebrate with family and friends and enjoy all the festivities that planned for that weekend. I commend the Festival Committee for their hard work and volunteering to keep this going so successfully. And this is the 131st year. It is wonderful that our young people have taken such an interest in keeping up with our culture, the history and heritage with such enthusiasm, and are proud to be an Icelander. Takk fyrir og gleðileg hátíð.
Dear friends, kæru vinir, let me start by saying how truly sorry I am that I could not be with you today. I've heard from my colleagues and friends here in Iceland what a wonderful experience it is to participate in Islendingadagurinn and visit Manitoba and New Iceland. I hope that this honor will be bestowed upon me again and that I will be able to participate in person sometime soon. This year, Islendingadagurinn is being celebrated for the 131st time. This is no small feat. I was impressed to hear that Islendingadagurinn is the second oldest annual ethnic festival in North America. The Icelanders who arrived at White Rock 145 years ago were determined to hold on to their identity and traditions from the old country. They gathered each year to parade in Icelandic traditional costumes, celebrating the Icelandic flag and culture. Then, like now, the festival is possible due to the efforts of hundreds of volunteers, as eager to pay tribute to their heritage as the pioneers were. Your dedication to keeping this tradition alive and thereby honoring your Icelandic roots is admirable. And with this beautiful and family-oriented festival, you promote interest in Icelandic culture and heritage, for which we are very thankful. And I can tell you that this goodwill towards Iceland does not go unnoticed. Every year you invite guests from Iceland, and when they return home, they talk with great warmth and gratitude about having experienced Islendingadagurinn and had the opportunity to get to know some of the wonderful people who live in New Iceland and all over the province. I've heard that some Manitobans refer to this great enthusiasm for the community of Icelanders as the Manitoba bug. Manitobans of Icelandic descent have successfully infected thousands of Icelanders with that condition. We appreciate the friendship that people of Icelandic descent and Manitoba and all over Canada and North America have shown Iceland, now and in the past. Takk fyrir. This year, the COVID-19 pandemic forces us to celebrate virtually. Cultural events and celebration must be commemorated while keeping a safe distance. Fortunately, Iceland, as Manitoba, has done well in battling the coronavirus. With dedication to scientific process, testing, contact tracing, and self-isolation, Iceland has virtually beaten the virus, and life has returned, well, almost here, to normal. We therefore feel ready to welcome tourists back into our country. As Minister of Justice, Immigration and Border Control are part of my responsibilities, and I've been very keen to open the Icelandic border to Canadians. I'm aware that in past years, more Canadians per capita have traveled to Iceland than the citizen of any other country, and we are glad to be able to welcome Canadians to Iceland again. Finally, I would like to congratulate Manitobans on the 150th anniversary of their province. Icelanders have had the good fortune to have been living in the province for most of that time, as the Icelandic migration to Manitoba started 5 years after the founding of the province in 1875. Let me congratulate you on this important occasion. Til hamingju með afmælið. There is no birthday without a gift. As a token of our appreciation, I'm happy to announce that the government of Iceland has agreed upon donating 2.5 million Icelandic krona to the Icelandic Festival for further development of the Viking Garden. Dear friends, near and far, it gives me great pleasure to wish you gleðilegan Íslendingadag. Thank you.
Dear Icelandic friends in Manitoba and elsewhere in the western part of Iceland, so to say. Best greetings to you all on the Íslendingadagurinn. Although the circumstances are different from the usual thing, we still keep on going, and me being the next general consul in Winnipeg, I look forward to meet you all. Good friends, some of you have met already, but some of you I look forward to meet with. But believe me, I'll do my best in making things happen, as you've done for centuries. Not centuries, but decades, and well, centuries as well. I'm actually in the countryside of Iceland with my whole family, enjoying the Icelandic summer, as many of you have done before, and I'll let you look at the circumstances, which are fabulous. Sun is shining. It's a bit windy. It's not that hot, but overall, it's a wonderful place to be in. And as I said, I'll do my utmost, to help you out in every way I can. I'll be joining you in August, and when the COVID will hopefully be declining. And after that, I hopefully see the lot of you, as many as possibly. So, having said that, keep on fighting. We are doing that in Iceland, doing quite well with COVID, but the fight is not over. But overall, the connection between the two, the old country and the new country, is still going strong, and hopefully together we will make it stronger. So keep safe, and all the best to you.
It is a wonderful honor to join you virtually for the 2020 Islendingadagurinn traditional program. 2020 has been a difficult year for everyone. We are facing a problem very few of us have experienced before, but we are facing it together. Modern technology provides us the opportunity to celebrate Islendingadagurinn this year and enjoy the cherished moments of our beloved annual festival. Growing up in Manitoba's Interlake, a common theme always seemed to recur: Iceland. It could not be avoided. From the surnames of many Interlake families, to the fascinating foreign language spoken by our grandparents, to even the food. Icelandic culture was everywhere. I would often wonder, what is so special about Iceland? In Iceland's 1100-year history, a unique society has emerged. The island was settled primarily by seafaring Norwegians who claimed land in the lush valleys and fjords which dot the island's coast. These men and women who settled Iceland inspired the lore and legend which lives on in the crown jewels of Icelandic literature, the Icelandic Sagas. These immense volumes chronicle monumental events in the age of settlement, as well as provide early genealogical records. Most Icelanders today can trace their roots to these saga heroes and outlaws. Iceland has endured a tumultuous millennium. The country has seen the founding of the oldest democratic parliament in the world, the Alþing at Þingvellir in 930 AD. It's gone through the conversion to Christianity and then Protestantism, the discovery of the New World during the Vinland explorations, dealt with civil war, foreign influence, devastating volcanic eruptions, and the struggle for independence. One doesn't have to venture very far into the depths of history to discover a very different Iceland than the country we are familiar with. For centuries, Iceland had a very low population, the vast majority of who were farmers and fishermen. People lived predominantly on farms, and the most important aspect of daily life was simply surviving as best as one could. This is the Iceland that our forefathers left, the Icelandic North Americans. And though Iceland was home, their fortunes lay elsewhere. Iceland is a world of wonder in itself, an island of indescribable landscape. It is heralded by travelers around the globe as one of the most scenic and captivating places one could ever hope to visit. In the time since our ancestors left Iceland in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the country has undergone a remarkable transformation. It has developed from a primarily rural society to a bustling urban center in just a little over 230 years. The capital city of Reykjavik and neighboring cities have become cultural, industrial, and socio-economic centers. Many aspects of Icelandic society and culture now span globally due to the advent of the internet and the formation of our global community. Icelanders are fiercely protective of their language, one of the oldest and least changed languages spoken in the world today. The complexity of the grammar system of Icelandic and its difficult pronunciation makes it a challenging language to learn. With only 300,000 plus native Icelandic speakers, its preservation has become an important issue in recent years, and to ensure it has a positive future. Iceland has developed into a remarkable cultural hub with a vibrant music, literary, film, and other artistic scenes. The annual Iceland Airwaves Music Festival brings music lovers from around the world and showcases great upcoming talent. Over the past several years, Iceland has become a world leader in the field of green energy and other environmental initiatives, strived for gender equality in the workplace, and is routinely named one of the safest countries in the world in which to live. With the onslaught of the raging COVID-19 pandemic, Iceland's leadership and management of the crisis has been a shining example to the world, as they took the immediate and necessary actions to contain and prevent the spread of the virus. Why has this love of Iceland endured in North America over the last 150 years? Why do we continue to look towards this country that our ancestors left with such respect and honor? It's because Iceland will always be a part of who we are. The theme for this year's Islendingadagurinn is Heima best, or Icelandic at home. So in conclusion, I thought I'd attempt to answer the question I posed at the beginning. What is so special about Iceland? I answer this question with one word: home. The first time I stepped out of the airport in Keflavik and breathed the clean Icelandic air, it felt like home. When I heard the language I remember hearing from my grandparents, this felt like home. When I was invited to strangers' homes for dinner because we discovered we were distant relatives, this felt like home. When I'd see people who looked like my cousins and neighbors everywhere I go, this felt like home. And when I'd visit my family homesteads and stand on the very soil my forefathers lived and worked, this felt like home. Canada will always be home, and Iceland, home away from home. Heima best. So to this I toast Iceland and Icelanders alike, and thank them for always making us feel at home. Gleðilegan Islendingadagurinn.
On behalf of all my colleagues in Parliament, and especially on behalf of the great people of Selkirk, Interlake, Eastman, I want to welcome each and every one of you to this year's virtual Icelandic Festival of Manitoba, Islendingadagurinn. Of course, this year we're going to have to do it virtually, and the theme of this year is Icelandic at home, home is best. This way we know that all of us are staying safe during these precarious times of COVID-19 and the worldwide pandemic. But we're going to miss seeing all of you in Gimli. We're going to miss having all our friends from Iceland come and visit us. And I know that all our businesses, all our Icelandic community right here in Manitoba wish that we could all gather. But I have to thank all of our volunteers who have put on this year's Icelandic Festival for making this truly a great festival done online, where we can celebrate the culture and the heritage of Iceland, and of course the great relationship between Canada and Iceland. Welcome to our virtual 131st Icelandic Festival.
Last year we had the privilege to visit and perform in some parts of Canada. Everywhere we went, people welcomed us with open arms and warm hospitality, and we had a wonderful time. Now I will sing for you two Icelandic songs, Draumalandið by the composer Sigfús Einarsson, The Land of Dreams, where the beauty of the land is praised, and then Úr Hulduljóðum by Atli Heimir Sveinsson, to the poem of Jónas Hallgrímsson, where the small flowers of summer are like childhood friends that keep secrets and wonderful memories of summer.
Oh
best greetings to you all and gleðilegan Íslendingadag.